Now, here's a pretty good, interesting story if you are a musician, artist, writer, or actor, or in any of the artistic expression domain. I've been in the music industry or music or business or space for, let's say, more than 10, 15 years to date. And the thing about that is that it matters why you do what you do. And I think that for a lot of artists and people who are just in this space because of the lucrative nature of what is sold about these fields is what draws a lot of people in. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with making money with your music or your books that you're writing or um, the acting gigs that you are getting. Um, but I think that there is a far more deeper and more meaningful and more holds more value than anything else that you need to consider about why you are doing what you're doing and the spaces that you are moving within, and understand the powers that be that influence the direction excuse me, and um, the market mood. And you get what I'm saying. So these are the things that will separate the people that are doing what they are doing for purely financial gains and those that are actually are in love or they have some other value extracted and derived from them doing what they're doing. And I think one of the things that has landed more profoundly on my spirit, and this is the reason why this has been a great influence for me, and doing what I've been doing for as long as uh, I've been doing it for, and the growth and the expansion that I have seen, that I'm seeing personally myself, and the art itself, not on the commercial success scale, but on purely on just me doing what I love and continuing to grow in that love and appreciation of the process that has molded my craft to being what it is. This is so valuable to understand and get that when you are doing something because you love it, there's a huge difference than when you are doing it to achieve certain temporal goals. Like, for example, when you are trying to make a particular hit for a season and you are trying to compete in a space that is crowded with others who are doing the very same thing, competing for the same prize and achievements and accomplishments, whatever they may be, an award or a gold or platinum plaque status. And I just think that it is very futile and largely going to be potentially dangerous for people who are following that path of uh, the competitive nature of the industry, because the industry doesn't care about people, doesn't care about artists, doesn't care about the art itself, but it cares about raking in the revenues. So whatever makes money, whether that music is devalued in quality, it doesn't mean jack for the people that are holding the positions of power and those that are gatekeeping in the music industry. So you need to understand that there are things that you can choose to do which are more beneficial and will be more efficient for you energy wise as you are spending a lot of your mental and physical prowess, your strength, your motivation, your inspiration to put into whatever it is that you're doing because you are a human being. I take it that if you are a person that's making music, music is drawing a whole lot from you than just the ideas that you're putting in. It requires your mental attention, your acuity. It requires your emotional investment, your your motivation. It requires your physical strength in order to be able to achieve the results that you want to achieve um, from doing that. So, if you are making music purely for financial gains, I'm afraid you are in for a very tough season, a tough uh, year, or a tough decades, or a tough future because now you are competing with AI and robotic machinery systems that really have a vast scope of information and pool that they're drawing and extracting their knowledge from. So if your take or your approach to the music or the art form that you're doing, whether you're a writer or an actor or a musician or a producer, in terms of filmmaking, you need to have a unique angle, a unique story that you are following and threading and uh, writing about. Because if you are going to do anything that everybody else is doing, then you are going to disappear into the murky background because you are not going to have as much scope of information and knowledge that these machine systems will have. And these agents are already putting out thousands and thousands of um, products every single day, and it's going to compound and scale and get worse. So if you do not have a story that is unique to you, why you're doing what you're doing, why you are writing music, why you are making films, why you are writing books or posts, or why you're doing your podcasting, if you do not have a unique angle that other people will be able to relate to and share in your lens about your experiences that they can learn from or expand from, and sharing not only experiences but also the ideas that we have so that we can find other people who are like-minded to be able to collaborate with and reach even a wider audience and people. That is going to be very crucial in this day and moving forward because trust me, things are getting pretty interesting in the computer space, in the digital space, and every industry. Now I'm sharing this because I'm an artist and I do what I do and I've been doing what I've been doing and I feel good about doing it. And I may not be making as much money as I would appreciate, but I know that that's not going to stay that way. As soon as that value, um, as I craft uh, my own skill and pruning it to the level where I know that now uh, it will get into a level where it actually become its own um, sales, marketing, and promotion uh, yoke to be able to bring in more of an audience to it. And I do believe that in my heart of heart that if you're genuine about what you're doing and you're doing it with uh, enough devotion, time, and energy, then something is going to give. at the end of it. This is the reason why I would encourage anyone who is an artist, who is a writer, or in any of the artistic expressions to focus on the process of their craft, not so much about the results. But if you focus on the process, every day you have to pick up a new trait, a new skill, a new uh, angle or approach to your craft. If you are um, a pianist, you have to play a piano every single day. I understand there's other things you gotta do, and other days, whatever will come up and get in your way. But this has to be your mindset. When you are a singer, you have to sing and write every single day. You cannot skip doing what you're doing because these AI agents and AI softwares, they can upgrade and scale in a matter of seconds. So for you to avoid being swallowed or pushed toward the background where you don't even understand what you are doing anymore because you are distracted by all of the news that are happening um, on the technological front, you are not going to have any foot in even competing in that space if that's what you want to do. But like I said, I have a different take about why I do what I do. And I do what I do because I love doing what I do. And I've been doing it before even people got to see it as something that is valuable to pursue or to get into. But I've been doing it ever since because it's a personal journey and experience. And I've been going through that for the past 15, 20 years or so. And I'm still loving what I'm doing. And I'm in love with it. And I'm growing from it in many ways that I would probably in some future encounter be able to share with you because it's a very vast and profound and a very wide uh, scope or lens from drawing many lessons from it when it comes to um, the storytelling, when it comes to the art itself, when it comes to the rhythm that goes behind uh, the uh, sp- specific style that I want to create. And there's many of those that you can do, but understanding that it's the process that actually gives birth to all of these skills that at the end of whatever uh, project that you would have gained from having invested your energy and your power toward doing. Understand that change is upon us. And if we do not move in the right direction or know exactly where we need to be in order to be able to benefit from all of these changes that are happening around us, then we cannot look around to blame anybody else for missing an opportunity. Because trust me, if you haven't started practicing on on your craft and shaping it and pruning every single day, then you are missing out on an opportunity for you to be able to realize your dreams in the next coming AI age, which has already begun. Always with love and respect. Errol.